real, can I ask you a real question?
Sure.
Are y'all feeling a way that she's with a white man? Are we gonna be honest?
No.
I just want to know.
I didn't have a chance.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. So you know you're not. But is that an issue? Like I want to really.
That's a great question.
Like,
you know what? Here's what it boils down to.
So hold on. Let me just put this out here. Wait a minute. I'm feeling some resentment in the building. I just want to put the conversation out there, and we're gonna do more of these shows because I want to bring it back and have a conversation on relationship and all of that. But I just want to put it out. Black women, we feel away. I'm just gonna keep it real. Black women gonna keep it real. We feel away when we see if Obama had a white wife, we would feel away. Raise the hand, women. Well, we feel just like a little bit of a way. We're gonna be honest about it. Let's be real about it. What sister's gonna be real about it? I'll be real about it. They don't want to tell y'all. They would feel away. So I just want to know. So we're looking at all of the black congressmen with their white wives, but I want to just keep it all the way a buck. I just want to keep, and all Republicans, by the way. I just want to keep it all just a buck. I mean, I just want to say that is because I talk to black men all the time. You know, we went to Chicago to barbershops. I engage a lot with black men, and I just want to, since we're here with all black folks, let's just be honest. There's some men. If Denzel Washington had a white one, we feel away. Not so much if somebody, you know. So I just want to be honest about it. Is that a part of it? Is it because I've heard black men say it. I've seen black men say it. If she has that white husband, I got a problem with that because who she sleeps with, like Dr. Umar Johnson have said and many others said, makes a difference in how they feel in her support for black men. Are we going to be honest about it or are we going to play about it?
That's a very true statement.
It's a true statement.
It's a very true statement. And, I mean, she's not going to do too much that's going to make Thanksgiving dinner uncomfortable. She doesn't go by her married name because she doesn't want y'all to remember that she's married to a white man. She's never birthed any black children. So while she's acting like she's about to be the mother of America, you've never had children yourself. And then you go around, you know, parading to
black. Do you have children?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have children. So you got a problem with women that don't have children?
I don't have a problem with women who don't have children. I have a problem with people making it seem like children are going to be, are the end of everything. I don't like people discouraging women from having children.
Where does she do? I'm just curious. When does she discourage?
Well, whenever she comes to the AUC, the main topic of discussion is abortion.
Okay.
As if, and I mean, unfortunately, she fits the narrative. Unfortunately, reproductive rights in terms of abortion. They don't talk about allocating any money to fibroid research or endometriosis research or PCOS research.
I agree with it.
All things that disproportionately affect black women and their infertility.
Wait a minute. Let's just now. I
That's
get
reproductive health.
I will.
And she's a black woman.
Let's be clear.
And I ain't heard her speak
Reproductive
on it.
health. Well, let's hold on. Wait a minute. I agree with you on that because they do need to talk more about. We were talking about it in the dressing room about fibroids and IUD because I do want to say that white women are the ones pushing the narrative with abortion. So let's get that clear. Let's stop acting like this is a black woman issue. No, let's get this clear.
Every election, it's black women will die unless abortion is
right,
accessible.
but I'm talking about the reality. The reality is when you look at the women who are advocating for abortion, because I'm a mother too. So you're talking to a fellow mama. So we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna stop putting this stigma on black women. I'm not talking about Harris. I'm talking about me and you, mother to mother. It's really important. I want to lay this out, and then we'll get to you, brother. But let's stop putting this black women are talking about abortion because when you look at these let me finish. When you look at these abortion rallies, it's white women out there doing it. You know why? Because they got the Ring Before Spring program. So it's not that. Did I say it? They got the Ring Before Spring program. In case y'all don't know what that is, these white women are the ones that flipped from Trump to Biden, went from Obama to Trump and back to Biden, and they'll be the ones deciding this election versus Roe versus Wade. Because black women, just let me hear you out, because y'all know y'all love talking about single black women, you know that's your favorite term. Black women have learned that I'm gonna be all right, me and my son, with or without you. So black women have been conditioned, unfortunately, because of the black family issues, been conditioned to say, I'm gonna have my baby anyway. I'm gonna be all right anyway. It's the white woman that's sitting up talking about, let me get the abortion, because they train their young girls that if you have a baby, a ready-made baby, you are now damaged. So this is what we know based on facts. So I just want to be clear. I understand the abortion issue, and I tell Democrats all the time.
But I want to be clear. I wasn't saying that.
I know, but I just want to be clear because I don't want that stigma out there just running with the trolls in the comments. I want to be clear that black women are not the ones. That's why you don't see us in the cat hats and all of that talking about.
Ones they're promoting this too.
Yeah, but no, and that's where I'm disagreeing with you because the thousands of women that are out protesting for abortion are white women.
And
that's the bottom line.
Black women that we need
right, but
abortions.
It's white women though. But we ain't out there though, sis. So let's be clear.
But they're telling us that.
But who gives a damn what they telling? We want to be clear.
So how did this become to the attention of Kamala Harris?
Let's not move the goalposts.
The white women.
The bottom line is black women are not advocating for abortion, but I agree, and I
don't like them making us Exactly.
Baby, listen, black women been doing what we want to do. White women don't tell us what to do. We tell white women to do.
Okay.
So let's be clear. But I don't know what kind of black women you are. But we the type black. I want to be clear.
Tell you, but
it's important that we be clear about that.
White women hold positions of power that we don't.
Well, maybe they control you. They don't control the sisters.
I'm
telling you that I
just
agree.
Like the white men
are you hearing what
exist.
I'm telling you, or you ain't listening?
I'm listening.
I agree that Democrats.
I just feel like you're trying to make my point something that
I'm not trying to make it. I just want you to listen. Democrats do a terrible job in talking about reproductive health as far as fibroids. We were literally in the dressing room talking about fibroids, and I said they really need to be talking about fibroids. They really need to be talking. I was in real time on the phone with my daughter and her doctor while I was getting my makeup done. So I am agreeing with you that they do not talk about the reproductive health. They do not talk about IVF. They do not talk about birth control helping us with our very painful menstruation. I am telling you that Democrats fail in that area. Where I am gently correcting you is that white women are talking about abortion, not the sisters.
I think the lady in the middle is just trying to overpower sense. If she would have did any research, she would know that the group that does baby deletions the most are black women. And this whole concept of black women have learned that we can do it by yourself. No, you taught the community that you can't. You fucked up the whole community trying to do it by yourself. Because as a woman, you can't raise your son to be a man. And now your sons are like very immature and overly emotional. And actually, that's the lead cause of the majority of our problems right now. So just saying that, oh no, black women just taking care of their kids and getting over it and dealing with it, so we don't care about the reproductive rights, while at the same time, we have the highest percentage of us deleting the babies. Just seems like her information is off. She just wants to run with her narrative. This whole we run white women, we don't run shit with our mouths. Now we trying to do better, but like don't try to throw gas don't gaslight us into thinking that we just gonna accept the bullshit that we going through. No, we want them delete them baby deletions rights because we're the ones at the clinics. So that's cap, and we're not doing a good job at raising these children alone. And I don't know how many statistics gonna have to come out to say that it's not appropriate for anybody of any demographic, race, or anything. So yeah, white people should hold the standard that yes, I don't want you thinking you're just gonna be out here having a bunch of single mothers running around, because they know how detrimental it can be to a community, because we're the guinea pigs for that. They saw what it did to ours. So yeah, they're holding the standard like, no, if that man ain't gonna marry you, ain't gonna stick around, you don't need to be having his baby. So she's wrong. I think that we should focus on more proactive than thinking that we can just use baby deletions as birth control, because a lot of women are using it as birth control instead of being preventative. So I just think she's all over the place with her message. She needs to Google something, read a book, something.
Okay. What's your thoughts about it, King Talk TV?
I'm still trying to pick which part I really want to comment on. So if you spin back to me, I'll be able to give a more in-depth breakdown.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Trey.
All right. So I'll definitely say homegirl on the white was spitting, and Sherelle was absolutely right. The one that was in the black, I'm sorry, I don't know their names, but yeah, the one that was in the black was absolutely trying to drown her out. And a lot of people will do that. They'll speak louder just to seem like they're more right, just so they could kind of shut the other person up. So their point will be muted because they can't be refuted. And that's the issue that we're having. As far as reproductive rights, I normally kind of stay aside from that, because I think that is an issue that, women have their voice on that. And quite frankly, whatever the majority of women say towards that is likely going to happen. So I generally don't, because I don't have that perspective, right? And me personally, as far as my beliefs, I'm not really with that. But who am I to really jump in on that? What I do encourage women to do though is not use it as a plan C, because that's pretty much what it is. They go past plan A, skip past plan B, and now that's plan C. And using it as birth control, like Sherelle said, is just not cool. Not cool. And we could go here and try to like say, okay, well, when is it a life and when is it a life? We could avoid all of that by just practicing responsible behavior. It's not like we don't know how babies happen. There's so many precautions that you didn't take by the time that you get to that point. It's senseless to have to revert to that. We understand that there are special cases where maybe you were assaulted or whatever, but even then, you can kind of be proactive about that, or at least immediately reactive, and not make it such a savage event as to what happens later on. So we just got to be more responsible with that. The point about sisters not following the white women is bogus, because this whole feminism thing was certainly white women issue. They eventually jumped on it, but it was white women who were pushing for the feminism, and mostly white women who were responsible for the perversion of feminism, which we have today, which is, in my opinion, woman dominance is what, or women supremacy is what a lot of them are seeking. It's becoming more extreme now, as to where men are afraid to even talk to a woman that you like. And there's obviously certain things that men should do. They should have tact. They should. There's certain things that men should be, and there's certain ways you should approach. But most or a good portion of successful relationships started at the workplace. And right now, that's a scary thing. That's a scary thing. And I understand if you were trying to terrorize someone, that's a different ballgame. But now you can't even shoot your shot without catching a bad one, right? And in the street, like how do you even meet people anymore? If you're not on the apps, then you just really going to get no play, because there's almost no place that it's a go where you could push up on a female now without it being an issue. And I think that's kind of weird right now, because that's how people met, right? People would have conversations, they would talk, and they would shoot their shot. And it's still expected for men to pursue, but it's so dangerous too that a lot of men will just avoid the situation altogether. But I'm definitely with homegirl in the white. She was trying to make much more valid points, and she was effective at it until she was drowned out.